Thank you for being here. Welcome in. As you can see, I'm in the house this morning. I don't want to say it's cold outside, but it's cold. It's cold. So it's sub 30s. So I'm going to take advantage of being inside this morning. Thank you guys for being here. Welcome in. Good morning. As always, make sure you check in. Let me know where you're checking in from, what time of day it is, where you are. Being that I am in the house, I do want us to have a direct conversation about this year, building your wealth, making some growth happen, taking some direction. So give everybody a chance to get in. As always, guys, check in. Let me know where you're checking in from, what time of day it is, where you are. Right now, it is 5:51 in the morning here on the East Coast of the United States. Yeah, guys, as I said before, let's make sure we're checking in. Let me know where you're checking in from, what time of day it is, where you are. Financial goals for this year. So this year I have a specific goal that I'm working on. Well, every year, every day, I always have a financial goal I'm working on. But one of the things that I'm trying to do, one of the things I'm going to do this differently is starting from zero on an investment and building that portfolio over the year. So I'm going to start weekly investing just $50, $50 a week. So that's going to be about $200 a month. And I want you guys to kind of help me choose what, always okay. I want you guys to help me kind of choose what platform to put it into. How do we want to do? Are we going to do Robinhood? Do we want to do IBKR? Let's talk about some things. Let's see exactly which way we want to do it. But what I want to do is I'm going to start this. We're going to track. We're going to share. We're going to see where this growth goes. So I want everyone to be able to see what compound growth looks like. Welcome in this morning. Thank you for stopping in. And the way we're going to make this happen is I'm going to drop in the $50 a week. Upon dropping in the $50 a week, we're going to take that $50 a week, put it into a brokerage. Then we're going to take a look at how over the year. So at $200 a month, a minimum investment of $200 a month is going to be able to move us forward, get us into um, margins, access to other levels of money, and growth and development. Uh, DJ, thank you very much, DJ. Welcome in. How are you doing this morning? Good to see you. Welcome to the show. So, for those of you who weren't here at the beginning, I want to let you know specifically what we are working on today. And we're talking about the investments that we're doing this year, how we want to track our growth. We're going to do $50 a week, $200 a month. One of the things I like to do that really helps to break down the discipline of the process is understanding that when we're doing this, if we were to break those down into a daily investment, then that breakdown, we would just divide that out over those 5 days. And so $50 a week could be about $10 a day that you want to put into there for 5 days throughout the week. And that helps to move you forward. Again, is that DJ Nosi? Or is that DJ... How do you say that? Is that Nosi? Is that the way you want me to say that? So being able to make these investments over the year are going to help us track this growth, track the investment, be able to see the results that we're looking for financially. Give me a moment, let me fix this light. Welcome in, everyone. Thank you for being here this morning. Again, if you haven't had a chance to do so, guys, please go ahead, drop in where you're checking in from, what time of day it is, where you are. Appreciate you, DJ, being here this morning, helping. And the other part that we're going to do is on top of the $50 that I'm going to invest every week into this fund, because this is going to be the wealth building challenge for the year. On top of the $50, I'm going to put in weekly into the fund at $10 daily. I'm going to also be moving over any additional funds that are contributed to the channel, anything contributed in the chat. So any of you guys, any contributions that you make here will go directly towards that growth as well. So if you guys haven't had an opportunity, please go ahead, make a comment, leave a comment down below, like, subscribe, and become a part of this 2026 wealth growth that we're doing this year. I'd love for you to be able to follow along and also be able to set it up for yourself. And so this morning, we're going to talk about what would be some good places for us to look to invest. What would be good brokerages to choose from? Does anyone have any ideas on good places to set that brokerage up? How to invest, how to move forward, any recommendations? I know I have some of my own, but I would love for us to kind of discuss which ones are out there, what the benefits are, and also go over some of like the fees. These are some of the things that people don't consider. But this is great. Today is the second day of January. It's early in the morning. We no longer have to sit around and wait for our future to be upon us. We have the opportunity now to take advantage of implementing the discipline and the behaviors necessary to see that growth. Putting some information. So again, good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here. Just had to put in some information. I am checking to kind of see some interesting parts of it. But welcome in this year, guys. Thank you for being here. How's everybody doing? Thank you for being a part of the walk and talk. As always, we will always start with positivity. We want to start with development, growth, understanding. I want to talk to you guys about things that are important to you. Achieving your goals, the type of work that will be required to achieve those goals. And let's have that conversation, guys. I'd love to hear from you. Love to hear your thoughts. Get your feedback and your view on this year. Remember, everything that we do requires discipline. So we're not going to just break down and kick through walls immediately. We're going to have to go through a process of understanding that the growth and the steps that we take that are going to move us into the new year, that are going to move us into our area, our focus areas, are going to always require discipline. So let's be disciplined. Let's get started with that discipline this morning. Let's be focused on being purposeful in our actions, and let's get this work done. Let's start doing it. And so the projection on investing weekly into a brokerage of $50 is projection of about $2,600, right? So that's gonna, that's not that can be a life-changing amount of money. It's all about the way that you use it. But also understand, we're going to compound this, guys. We're going to do this because your contributions and your donations will go towards that as well. And so I just want to run down kind of some list of options and see which ones you think. So of the available brokerages out there, which ones do you guys think we should use, right? Should we be using what do we have? We have Fidelity, of course. We have Charles Schwab, JP Morgan. They all have different ones to use. So I'd love to hear from you guys. And again, guys, as you come in this morning, make sure you drop a like, double tap that like. It doesn't cost you anything to do a like. Let me know where you're checking in from, what time of day it is, where you are, what you're working on. And let's be motivated. Let's be engaged. Let's be direct and purposeful today. Thank you for being here. Let's see if we can figure out which brokerage firm to go with for our investment challenge this year. Again, thank you for being here this morning, everyone. Thank you for stopping in. Everything today is going to be about our growth, our program, financial program that we're working on. It needs to make sure that we are doing the best we can to invest, be focused, and track that growth. I am live this morning. It is 6:05 a.m. here on the East Coast. Please, guys, as you check in, let me know where you're checking in from, what time of day it is. It is January the 2nd. I do not repost previously recorded content to the page. Not how my process works. So thank you guys for being here live. Thank you for being a part of the process. And thank you for participating. I'd love to be able to share with you guys some things about how we're going to do it, but it's going to be exciting. I'm excited about this upcoming year. Trying to figure out my own, not trying to figure out, but interested to watch this journey take place. So as far as investments goes, it looks like the area that people are trying to grow in this year is about saving money. About 40% of you are looking to save money this year. So let's talk about what that actually looks like. What does it look like to be saving money this year? So when we're talking about saving money, we're talking about taking money directly from accounts where that money is going to be spent and putting that money into an investment opportunity later. Saving, however, is putting money into an account that's going to grow slowly. It probably grow about, I think most savings account is somewhere about 1 to 3%. Having a savings account, having money in savings is good. Do keep in mind, saving money is only for the purposes of spending it later. You're not investing money when you save money. Don't confuse the two. There's a lot of confusion that happens where people say, oh, well, I'm saving money. Right, but the purpose of saving money is to spend that money later. We're not saving money for the purposes of getting that money out there for investments or for long-term growth. Saving money is a temporary thing. And a lot of people use their investment vehicles as just a place to save money with a little higher interest return. Everything is about compound growth. Saving, this is one of the things that is very important, and we always have to remember, you cannot save yourself rich. I believe that's one of the things that gets a lot of people into trouble, is there's a belief that, oh, if I put enough money aside, I can eventually be rich by saving all of this money. Like I can turn my savings into, a lot of money. Well, you can save, but in order for money to grow, you have to put it to work. One of the things that I like to say and share is that in order for your money is intended to be traded. Money has no loyalty, and money's dumb, right? So you're either going to trade your money for something that you believe has value, or you're going to trade your money for something that's going to grow in value, right? So if you're trading your time to get the money, and then you take the money and you trade it for a television, that thing is going to, it has value in that moment. There's the happiness, the appreciation, the joy of just being able to have that money and enjoy that money and be like, yay, got the money and I'm really happy about it. But that is not the same as being able to take that money, trade that money, and have that money make more money. That's going to give you a longer return, because you get the yay of, hey, I have my money, but you get to a point where your money pays for itself, compounds itself. I hope everyone's I hope everyone's able to hear me. I do want to let you guys know, as always, as you stop in, check in. Let me know, what time of day it is that where it is where you are. Love to hear from you. Please double tap the like button. It doesn't take anything. Double tap the screen, tap the like button. Great way to just be able to say, hey, I'm here, I'm watching, I'm enjoying the process. It doesn't cost you anything. But I do want you guys to be able to fully understand that what we're doing this year is to definitely grow to grow through this revenue. $50 this year. We're going to do $50 a week. That's $10 Monday, $10 a day, Monday through Friday. Move that over into a brokerage. The reason we want to do it every day is because if you're doing the $10 a day, it's helping you develop the discipline over that process, right? And so the discipline over that process is simply saying, hey, I have this expectation, I have this thing I know I need to do. I need to start with the repetition of it. I need to be patient as it grows. And then you're teaching yourself discipline through this financial process that will ultimately turn into an investment opportunity or turn into a skill that lets you move into other areas of your life. Because if you could deposit $10 a day, you can do 10 push-ups a day. You can spend 10 minutes reading a day, if that makes. So this is the same translation of no matter what the focus is, it gives you the ability to grow. Thank you guys so much for being here. And so let's take a look at some of these brokerage firms that are going to be options for us to invest. So, so we got about 42% of people, like 42% of people are looking to save money this year. So how many of us are looking to invest this year? Like 42% want to save money. And who's looking to invest? Do we know what the difference between saving and investing is? And are we prepared to take those steps? That is going to be a big part of decision making. There's some questions there about some of the different ways to invest. I would love to be able to talk about some of that later, but we do want to take a look at some of the brokerage firms. Again, thank you so much for being here this morning, guys. Go ahead and double tap the screen. You can like. Would love for you guys to take a moment, like what we're doing here. If you haven't yet joined the channel, please like, subscribe, share. Feel free to look at the membership tiers as well. On our membership tiers, we'll do a little bit more detailed tracking of personal investments and growth. And we'll also have the opportunity to move some personal views of what's happening into the conversations as well. So, and now I'm taking a look at the goals. It looks like still leading at 38% is save money, but there are some people who are also interested in trading and investing. So I'm interested in this year, the model that we're going to be following, as I share with you on the free access to the channel, is just doing $50 a week. So we're going to move $10 a day over into a brokerage account. Today is about choosing a brokerage account. The investments will begin the first full week of the year. So that's this upcoming Monday would be the first investment that we'll be making, that $10 move. And then from that $10 move on, next Monday, can anybody let me know what's the date next Monday? Where is see if I can find my calendar here. And there we go. Next Monday is the 5th. And so 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th, we're going to start moving that money over into that brokerage account. And we want to make sure that we're doing so in a way that is supporting the consistent growth and development we want to see. Right? So, again, thank you guys for being here. Let's take a look at some of the brokerages that are out there. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pull this up. And let's take a look at Charles. Charles Schwab. So who are you guys investing with currently? Again, what are your goals for this year? And so let's take a look at Charles Schwab. Go to theirs and see what their investments are like. So I did some research, and some of the things that we'll know about Charles Schwab's, some of the things that we need to know as you grow, as you get into investing, as you start to learn and you start to understand what investing is. The difference between investing and saving money is going to require for you to be focused on actually achieving that goal, actually growing that money. And so Charles Schwab has first thing first, is going to be like, how are the fees? What's the cost? So for stocks and ETFs, what you can do with Charles Schwab is you can make those trades for $0, right? A lot of your brokerages are going to offer you that. From Fidelity to Schwab to Robinhood. So you have some different ones that are going to be out there. And then, of course, I don't know how many of you guys have heard of IBKR, but IBKR is Interactive Brokers. It is an online brokerage. It's free trading in the United States. It's commission-free trading in the United States. Let me see. If you want to take advantage of some more advanced tools in the future, IBKR is a good place to start. They have different types of option-based pricing. So option pricing can be a little different there. And based on Fidelity and Schwab, if you want to be more aggressive in your investing and trading, IBKR is going to give you a more professional feel and access to that brokerage process. Of course, everyone knows about Robinhood. You can just download the app. Robinhood now also has a desktop platform that you can use. They're expanding into offering some day trading options as well. People, remember, trading and investing is not the same thing. Do not make the mistake of assuming that trading and investing are the same thing. They are not. If you want to make sure that you are getting the most out of your experience, the most out of your work and time, out of the thing that you do, you want to make sure you're getting the most out of it. Please keep in mind, guys, that trading and investing are not the same thing. If you believe that trading and investing are the same thing, we need to have a long talk. The same way that trading and the same way that saving and investing are not the same thing. Okay, so again, thank you for being here this morning, guys. It is now 6:19 in the morning. My name's Oloropo. Today is the 2nd day of January 2026. So thank you for taking some time to be here. Charles Schwab, as I said before, so they have what's called hands-off ETF investing. They got some gotchas. Costs can show up if you place trades with a broker assisted over the phone. So those are some things to consider. Good morning. Thank you for being here, everyone. Thank you for dropping in. Whoa. Options, about 65 cents a contract they get their hands on. So that's going to be Charles Schwab. Fidelity is about the same for the options trading. Zero commissions on online U.S. stocks and ETFs when working with Fidelity. It's a great place to do recurring automatic investments. One of the things that you can definitely do if you are paid through direct deposit is make sure that you can actually invest into your bank. I mean, you can do your direct deposit into your bank and then move that money directly over to Infidelity in very simple steps. And so the benefit of being able to do that is you're going to be able to see that daily growth. Thank everyone for being here this morning. I do want to say, guys, one of the things that's going to be important as we continue to grow is that we make sure that we stay focused on the investing and the brokerage opportunities in regards to the brokerage opportunities, investment opportunities in regards to ongoing. This isn't something that's like, man, I'm going to invest this money at the end of the year. I'm going to use this for Christmas shopping. I'm going to use this to take a vacation. No, that's where you save money. What you do here with investing is intended to be perpetual. It's intended to continue to grow, right? This is the best way for us to make sure in everything that we're doing, we're moving towards long-term growth. This is the type of wealth generation that is intended to go on for generations. And we're just starting with $50 here, right? So this is what we have to keep in mind. If we're doing $50 a week, $500 a week would be $26,000 a year, right? $5,000 a week would be $260,000 a year. How do we get to that point? We get to it by growing it. And then we start using margins. And what margins allows us to do is to do a little bit more. But we're not going to just, I'm not just going to advise you on it. I'm not just going to talk to you about it. What we're going to do is we're going to go through the process and we're going to do it together. You're going to be able to see it, track it as I do it. And then you're going to have the opportunity to do the same for yourself as well. And so that needs to be a bit of a focus for you guys, is to understand that while we're here, while we're doing it, we are looking to grow. So looks like now we have some votes in. Looks like people are still interested in saving money, but investing money is starting to come up. So there are some people who are looking to invest money this year. Some people are looking to get new jobs, but in order for us to see and move in a direction we want to, we do need to make sure that we're focused in that space. All right. So guys, let's take a look. Interactive brokers, it's called IBKR Lite. I want to go take a look at what they have. Advanced pricing later. Brokers, commissions, and fees. Commission-free trades in U.S. So always, guys, I want to always recommend that you always go in and whenever you're logging into a new website, if it offers the opportunity to manage your cookies as to how much information is attached to your device, make sure you go through and verify which ones you want on and which ones you want off, right? Because by not doing so, you're basically telling everyone, hey, you can just sell my information. Let everybody know I've been here. Let everybody know what I've done. So please be mindful of that. But thank you again for being here this morning, everyone. It's now 6:25 in the morning. I appreciate you guys being here. As always, this is about having a beautiful day, beautiful life, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful opportunities. And we're talking about 2026, our investment challenge for 2026. You want to start with a goal that's achievable, all right? My goal for this particular account that we're going to open is going to be to put $10 a day into it. Love for you guys to be a part of the process. Love for you guys to be able to assist. Love for you guys to be able to participate. Like just having in this space the opportunity to watch this account grow as we do it. If you have anything that you would like to see go towards the account as we do the growth, as we do the development, it would be great. Love to see you guys be here, be a part of it, have you guys watch it as it grows, take a look at all of the different ways that are possible. And so I'm looking at some of the account options available for IBKR. I've never actually opened one for myself with this brokerage. I do have some other trading accounts available through different brokerages, Fidelity and E-Trade specifically. But what I want to take a look at this year, what we're going to do is we're going to open this new brokerage account. We're going to start moving money over into it. We're going to see these investments grow, and we're going to watch the pace, the growth, and the development. And let's see where we get to at the end of the year. Of course, the standard expectation is at $50 a day with no return, doing a drip reinvestment, that the flat across the board amount should be $2,600, right? When you have 52 weeks in a year, 52 full weeks in a year, you're looking at about $2,600 being that total in there. I want to say, let's take a look. Let's take a look. See how many weekdays we have in this year, starting from January 2020, starting from January 5th, 2026. So it's about 259 weekdays. So $50 contributions. So the exact total would be $2,590 by making that $10 investment every day. That's $2,590 that we'll have in there, flat. So we know we're going to get to $2,590. The question is, how much bigger can we go? How much bigger can we make it? So they do have stocks and ETFs by IBKR Lite. $0 per share for U.S. residents only. And so structured products, minimize your costs, maximize your returns, low commissions, no added spreads, tickets, charges, platform fees, or account minimums. And monthly volume and shares. Okay, minimum per order. Zero. So they do have interactive, they have IB Smart routing. Does anybody know what smart routing is? I'd love to hear from you guys in terms of what that is. That is something I'm willing to share. I'd like to share. I don't have a problem with that. Just want to see if you guys know what smart routing is. So, so whenever you do with online trades, right? There's a process that it has to go through. I know we've probably all seen these movies where there's the little people that are reading the tape as it was coming out of the little glass bubble. So, and then there are people who are right there on the floor. And so, why does the New York Stock Exchange exist? Why do they have a pit? Why do they have people down there yelling? Well, the reason that's happening is because that's instantaneous. And so when you're in that space, people have the ability to be right there in the space and understand and help to complete transactions immediately in that process, right? So that's the quickest way to be able to get to the money. Every other way takes time, right? And so that price at the time that it's quoted and that price at the time that you get it to the brokerage could be different. And so there's a recent news story, maybe about 4 or 5 years ago, about the way the investing was taking place. And one of the things that was happening is brokerages were paying to have their information funneled to where the traffic got to the exchange. And so it doesn't seem like much, but what would happen is information takes time to travel, and it's milliseconds. Like, so if you're somewhere and you're investing, and when you put your bid in, it has to travel along and be delivered to the exchange. And so for these big companies, and there are different things that has to happen for you to purchase stocks at different levels. So these larger companies were purchasing their stocks, and they're buying tens and thousands of stocks at a time. And so they'll place an order for 10,000 stocks. Well, as their order is being sent to the brokerage, boom, it hits a data center right up the street from the exchange. That data center sees what your order is. So it says you're getting 10,000 shares of ABC stock, but your data still has to make the travel from there to the New York Stock Exchange. Brokerage houses were paying for access to that information. And so if you're putting in 10,000 shares, right, and this happens in a blink of an eye, an algorithm jumps in and says there's somebody buying 10,000 shares of this stock. And so because they're buying 10,000 shares, I'm going to get there first and buy 50,000 shares at this price point. Or I'm going to buy however many shares at this price point. And so then when your order is executed, you get maybe 5,000 shares at the price that was quoted, and your next 5,000 shares are given to you at a slightly higher price, maybe a dime per share more, whatever that is. So it doesn't look like much. It may only be a couple of pennies more, and it doesn't look like there's much happening. But when we're talking about hundreds of millions of trades daily, and we're talking about pulling off nickels and dimes, literally billions of dollars are being taken out of the pocket of the everyday investor. And the big firms were having this issue as well. And so how do we manage that? How do we get beyond that? Well, that's what smart routing does. Smart routing says, hey, we're going to find a way to get you the price that you see on the screen at the time you place the order for these stocks. And if you're going to be doing trading, that's going to be really, really important, because the time it takes for something to change, like we're talking about in seconds and in milliseconds. So the price of something can go up and go down very rapidly. We want to make sure that we're in the right place so that we're taking advantage of that. And so that's what smart routing is. Smart routing is simply saying we have the ability to be able to get to your desired stock at the desired price point you want to see it. So again, thank you guys for being here this morning. Thank you for being a part of the walk and talk. Here's the thing, guys. This year is going to definitely be a year of development and growth. But this isn't a year where we're going to see development and growth by sitting back, waiting for others to give us opportunities or to explain it. None of that's going to get it done. If you want to get it done and truly make the growth, see the progress, we're going to have to get up and do it ourselves. We're going to have to stop with the excuses. We're going to have to stop with the pretending to be concerned, pretending to be invested, pretending or waiting for someone else to show us how to be proactive and be engaged. We're going to have to do it. And they're like the excuses have to stop. We can't continue to walk around and make excuses about, oh, well, I didn't know, or, well, I don't have access to opportunities, or I don't have whatever it takes. Like, that's not what this is going to be for us in this upcoming year. And the only way we can get that in this upcoming year is to make it happen for ourselves. We have to stop pretending to be prepared, or pretending to be engaged, or pretending to act like we care if we're not going to do the work, right? And so this has to happen immediately, guys. This has to be something that we're going to do for ourselves immediately. Let's stop. Let's stop pretending like, oh, well, no, I know there's going to be a chance later, or oh, no, I'm going to do it. So we have to get to it. And so again, thank you for being here, guys. Thank you for taking the time to stop in. And let's go ahead and continue to grow, right? I mean, how excited are you about the new year? I know I'm super excited. Family's super excited about the new year. We had a great holiday. I hope everyone else did as well. Hope everyone had a great holiday season. You're coming into the new year with some strong energy, some growth. I hope that you're feeling energized as I am coming into the new year. And so thank you so much for being here, guys. Live as always. It is now 6:37 in the morning. Please make sure you do me a favor. As you check in, let me know where you're checking in from, what time of day it is, where you are. Also, go ahead, take an opportunity to answer the survey, guys. The poll is just a question about what are we looking to do this year? How are we looking to grow? What is the focus for us this year? How are we looking to focus on a job? Or we just need to start with saving? Are we developing investment? What are we doing? How are we going to do it this year? So thank you so much for being here today, guys. I appreciate you being a part of our channel. Thank you for anyone who's choosing to share. It means a lot for the channel, guys. If you haven't done so, please like, subscribe, become a part of our growth and development as we continue to move forward. Happy New Year. Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Happy New Year indeed. So, as I was saying, I want you guys to be able to be a part of this process. We're going to be doing this year, I'm going to be tracking and sharing daily $10 investment into a brokerage firm. I'm looking at which one I want to open. Do I want to open an account with IBKR Lite? They do have smart tracking if a minimum per order shares is 1, which means if you go with the pro fixed, it's $1. There are some third-party regulatory fees, but those happen with any trades. Let's see, what are their fees? FINRA trading activity takes tens, hundreds, thousands. A little tiny bit, but it does take some. And then so let's continue to move forward, guys. Thank you for being here. So the new year is great, guys. It's been doing good. I'm feeling good. The family's feeling good. Thank you guys for stopping in. Clearing fees is about 2/1000ths of a penny. So there are always some fees that are going to be a part of trading and growing, but looks like IBKR is a pretty good one as an option. Let's take a look. So again, thank you for being here, guys. Welcome in. Thank you so much. So you can do direct investing into your accounts. So you can just set up to have, if you have a W-2 check, you can just set up to have your money deposited into these brokerage accounts. I don't want to start there. I want us to start by doing $10 a day from our account to help develop that discipline aspect. Okay, guys? I'm excited for you guys to be a part of this process. I think it's going to be really good. I'm going to also see if these platforms have applications that can be downloaded and used on the phone to make it easier. We always know that Robinhood does, but we're going to see if some of the other ones do as well. The day for me is up and ready to go. It is now 6:42 in the morning. Thank you so much, guys, for taking the time to stop and be here. I appreciate it. If you haven't done so yet, please double tap the screen to like. This is a very exciting time for me. I think it's a great time and opportunity for everyone to take advantage of growth and development for your finances. And now, I think one of the big things to do is to make sure we are focused on intentional behaviors to achieve that growth, right? So we need to be focused on not just looking at what's available to us, not just talking about it, but starting to make daily intentional investments to seeing our growth in those spaces. Remember, the behaviors that are required for discipline are going to be repetition and patience. After patience is going to be consistency, where you're applying the skill directly towards your goal. And then after that, it's a must have that when you move from consistency, that you move into a space of showing complete and total perseverance, where you're showing your ability to be able to stay locked in even in the most difficult of times. And so I believe I'm leaning towards opening an IBKR Lite account. So what do you guys say, IBKR? Look at Charles Schwab. Robinhood. So let's see. Fidelity. They're headquartered out of Boston. They were founded in 1946. they they manage about $5.9 trillion in assets. So looks like the current CEO is Abigail Johnson. You can also do direct deposit at Schwab. And Schwab was founded in 1971. Total clients assets is about 11.8 trillion. To make investing more accessible following the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission's deregulations for brokerage commissions in 1975. It's client first. Low cost philosophy helped redefine the retail investing landscape over time. Banking, wealth management, advisor. So here's the thing, and this is for everyone. Everybody needs to understand and take this advice, guys. Everything starts for the little man, right? It does. Like, so if you're low income, you're middle income, if you're a worker, if you go to a job and you exchange your time for money, everybody wants to help you. Here's why. If someone finds a way to get 1 million people to invest $1, there's a bigger company that's going to want to swallow that company up, because to that company, they have one person who's investing $1 million, where the company itself has 1 million people who are investing one. And then that bigger company will swallow that, expand on it, and have a way to get 3 million to 5 million people investing $3. And so it always starts with helping the little man. Don't believe that people want you to be broke. They don't. They want you to be smart enough to do something with your money so they can get some money from it while you're doing it. The concept and this belief that, oh, well, they don't want to see me successful. And it happens all over the place. It's like, oh, my job doesn't want to see me successful. That's bullcrap. Like, there might be some pettiness inside of the individual to the day-to-day interactions within your job, but your job wants you to be good at what you do. The only way you can truly be good at what you do on your job is by being supported by your job. So your job wants you to be successful. And in order for you to truly be able to do that, your job is supposed to give you the tools to be successful, because they know the more successful you are, the more successful they are. Good morning. How are you doing this morning? And so how do you go from there to the next level where these companies that you have these opportunities to invest? Yeah, that, like, I don't care if you invest in pennies, like every penny adds up to something. Like, I'll put it to you like this. When people are out and they're standing on the curb and they're panhandling, this is a way of basically saying, because they've done this, and I've seen this done in many different places. Like, I personally didn't do it, but I know that there are ways where it's being done. And what happens is, if a person goes out and stands on a corner to, like, ask for money, they work with other people because they know it's a high traffic area. They work with other people who will also go out and stand out there and ask for money. And so what is the benefit of them going out there and asking for money and having a team of people ask for money? Well, what happens is the exponential growth of the process, right? So if you have one person who stands there for a couple of hours and they ask for money, and you have thousands of cars that come through, and the stoplight changes every 5 minutes. So let's say your stoplight changes every minute and a half, right? So if it changes every minute and a half, that's, let's say every 2 minutes, that means that there are going to be 30 opportunities within that hour to walk past and get money from thousands of cars, right? And so you're going to see some people hold out money, some people won't. Let's say per hour, you get an opportunity to speak to 10 cars per stoplight. And so 30 stops, 10 cars per stoplight, that's 300 cars. And you're just putting your hand out. If, let's say, you get 10% of those cars to contribute $1, you're making $30 an hour. You're making $30 an hour. If you can stand and get 10% of 300 cars, this is only 10 cars a stoplight, you're making $30 an hour. Let's pump it up a little bit. You're at a corner in a neighborhood where people really, you can really touch their hearts. People really feel like giving. Like you've got a compelling sign or something like that. Same number of cars, but now let's push it up to 15%, right? So now if you get 15% of people to invest, you've gone from making $30 an hour to $45 an hour. $45 an hour. And so now let's say you come together and you have 10 people on 10 different corners doing this exact same work for 3 hours a day. And they're averaging $45 an hour. That means on each corner, you're making, what's that? 45 times 3 is $135. You have it on 10 different corners. You're making $13.50 a day. If you turn around and give each one of these 10 people $100 for being out there, you're still making $350 profit a day, and you're not doing anything, right? You're not doing anything. You're simply saying, hey, I'm going to make sure you're safe. No one's going to mess with you. That's not much to do. But these people are getting $100 a day. Imagine if you're doing bottles of water. All of this is going towards understanding that big people don't want to see small people fail. They just want the small people to have an opportunity to be able to get the money that they're looking to get from them. That is what's happening. That's what they're looking for. That is the focus. And so for so many of us, the thought process for so many people is that, hey, I'm just trying to get to, I'm just trying to make a little money for myself. But what about a group of people trying to do that same thing, right? There are a lot of opportunities, always opportunities everywhere. I'm talking less about the service part of it. It's less about what you're doing, right? This isn't about what you're doing. It's more about understanding that in the aspect of money, I'll put it to you like this. When you come to understand that the purpose of money is to make more money, you don't care where the money comes from. You're not trying to keep anybody from making money because you understand if the purpose of money is to make more money and my money is doing its job of making money, I don't care if you make money. If the system is designed for the people at the top to stay at the top, and then you start putting your money into the elevator that's taking the people to the top, you're going to start to see growth. We have to stop pointing our fingers. We have to stop doing this year. This year, we have to. And I'm saying this earnestly and with the highest degree of sincerity. We have to stop allowing for this year to be a way for us. We have to stop letting this be a year where we're blaming others for actions we're refusing to take, where we're pointing fingers at others for investments and behaviors that we're refusing to take. We can't continue to do it. See, you can't continue to say that there is a larger group or organization in place that's trying to prevent you from doing something if you're not going to do the things necessary to start to do something. You could say, okay, well, they're holding me down. Well, they're only holding you down if you're trying to get up. No one is holding you down if you're not trying to rise. So how does that impact us? This thing that we're doing this year, this thing that I'm sharing with you this year, this investment, this tracking and this following is all about showing that when you start to make the investments, when you start to put in the time, when you start to take the opportunity to do the work that is going to help you grow and to help you move forward, you no longer have to concern yourself with whether or not you're being held down because you're becoming a part of the process of just growing. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. And here's the thing, as I said before, this process, I'm taking the contributions from any of the lives that go towards this investment this year. These contributions, for example, there's currently like a $2 contribution. Those contributions will be added to the account as well. And we're going to watch that growth because we have to understand the same way compounding growth happens within our own finances. The companies that are growing their wealth and the companies that are out there understand the same thing. I don't need all of your money. I don't even need enough of your money for you to know. But I'm going to make some money. And so that is where we have to understand. So DJ Yossi Weber donated $1.99. He made a contribution of $1.99 earlier. Thank you very much for that, DJ. Keep in mind, guys, any of those contributions that you make will go directly towards the fund. They will be a part of our brokerage investment throughout this year. We'll be making that initial deposit on Monday, January 5th. The day is the 2nd. It's 6:58 a.m., guys, almost 7 o'clock in the morning. Again, I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank you for taking the time to stop in and speak to the channel. Thank you for taking the time to be here just to give a thumbs up and a like. This is important for everyone. This is important for us as individuals. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm an individual who is taking this journey and sharing this journey with you. I don't trade stocks. I'm doing investing. The key to any business is to understand no good business has ever taken money from the business. They generate profits. Those profits in turn get reinvested into the business until those profits get to a point that they can provide for the person. That's the difference between owning a business and owning a job. And investing money allows for you to be an owner of a business. Thank you from Paris. 1 o'clock in the afternoon in Paris. Sounds nice. Is springtime or is it winter in Paris? What is it right now? What time of year is it there? It's winter here. So I think Paris is, I think you guys are south of the equator, so you guys should be somewhere around. Oh, nope, you're real cold. Nope, so you're the same place I am. Normally outside on a walk. No snow, thank God. Normally outside on a walk at this time in the morning. However, it was 26 degrees outside this morning. I was like, that 26 degrees can have itself. Like, it's not, I'm not going to be a part of that. But I believe the way things are looking, we're moving towards IBKR. Uh, there, Stony is always cold. Good morning. Welcome in. Excuse me. Thank you for being here this morning, guys. If you haven't done so, guys, please take the opportunity, double tap the screen, drop a thumbs up or a like would be greatly appreciated. As I said before, what we're doing right now, what we're talking about today is the 2026 investment strategy for a brokerage account that we're going to open. We're going to track, and we're going to show the growth. For this particular account, just moving $10 a day into the account. That $10 is going to, result in $50 a week. The current play is we're going to be somewhere around $2,600 flat. So that's the first thing we need to know is the expectation is that the account at the end of the year will have $2,600 in it. But we want to be able to kick that up. And the way we kick it up is by understanding investments. Any contributions made during the stream will go towards that investment as well. So if there's already, as I said before, there's a $2 contribution that was made by DJ. We'll be moving that over into there. There are other ways to contribute as well. You can find them in the bio on the page. The thing that we're going to do is make sure that we're watching this and see what $50 does. Maybe sometimes it'll be $55 a week. Maybe it'll be $70. But we're going to definitely do at least $50 a week. And let's look at what compound growth looks like. Let's look at what at opening and working for 1 year, right? Let's do 12 months of this work and see where we are. And then what does this change? How does this work in terms of the returns, in terms of the growth, and in terms of the things that we're going to be able to do, right? And so thank you again for being here, guys. I appreciate you guys being a part of this process. Thank you for getting up, or in the afternoon as it is in France. Thank you for stopping in and participating in the stream. And also, guys, keep in mind for the BNV network, we do have a store available. You can click on any of the items if you're looking to grab yourself a hoodie, something to keep you warm in the wintertime, or a cap. Hello, family. How are you doing? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. As I said before, this first investment is going to be on January the 5th, which is going to be next Monday. I did want to get the information out and share it with you. Thank you very much. And at me, go ahead and drop that $5 donation. I really appreciate it when I see it in there, so that we can have everyone follow your example. So right now it looks like the brokerage that we're going to go with is going to be IBKR. It looks like the $10 investments we're going to make in there will start at the beginning. We'll follow that plan and then possibly expand to direct deposits into the account, and then moving any returns from contributions on the channel into that account as well. So that would be great. Thank you so much for everyone being here. Thank you for taking the time, guys. I know as a major part of what the year is looking like, everyone has a tendency to look back. I prefer to look forward, but I do like the review. And in terms of what this year is looking like, and the focus on growth and development that I have for myself and my family, it's exciting. And the reason it's exciting is because when the growth is universal and the family is working together, then the give Give me a second. Then the journey becomes very pleasurable. The journey becomes a great way to just enjoy and proceed. For a lot of people, some journeys can be difficult and um, not very enjoyable, not just because of the difficulty of it, but simply because for so many people, the journey is not one they want to be on, or they're not on that journey with people they like to be on it with. I love the opportunity to do this here on the channel and share with you guys and just be able to see and watch the growth as it takes place, both within my own development and also within my own within the channel and the development of others. So it means a lot, guys. There's definitely a desire always within. Give me just a moment. So again, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for being a part of this morning's event. I'm going to bring you guys back in as we do more lives to cover this process. This is just, as I said before, it's exciting. I'm excited to take this journey with you guys, to have you here and have you be able to see all of the things that are available, all of the things that are going to really help us in all ways grow and move forward. Sorry about that, guys. All right, so it is now 7:08 in the morning, guys. Thank you for taking the time, for being here. Thank you for stopping in. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for your contributions and your time. Keep in mind, guys, we're going to continue to check in. We'll be doing these check-ins on Fridays because it makes the most sense to do these at the end of the week so that we can see the progress over the week, see where the accounts are, see where the investments are, and then continue to track and move forward. If you haven't done so yet, please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you. Welcome in. Continue to look for the channel. Continue to become a part. Do not hesitate. If you haven't done so yet, any contributions would be greatly appreciated, guys. There's been one for $1.99 for mono. You can just tap below, contribute anything you like. It will, everything from this stream and from any of our Friday streams will go directly into the investment account, and we'll continue to watch that grow and see that brokerage development over time and be able to share that. So stay with us, stay on the lookout for that growth and that development. Thank you again for being here. I want you guys to all have a blessed day. I understand in France, you're closer to the evening than you are to the morning. So have a good evening, good morning, or a good day wherever you are. Thank you again for stopping in, guys. And remember, one of the biggest things we discuss here is going to always be about discipline. Discipline starts with repetition, which is why we're going to move the money daily versus all at one time. We want to build the repetition and the behavior of taking daily intentional actions. And so that $10 a day is for us to make sure every day we're taking a look at our investment and how it should be happening. And then we want to follow that up with patience. Patience is going to teach us the skill of being able to do what we're doing so that we can then do it with consistency. And that consistency will lead to us being able to persevere. Once we're able to persevere, we're able to go anywhere. We're able to take this skill of discipline anywhere and do just about anything with it. So I, again, want to say thank you guys for being here. Thank you for stopping in, sharing. Please have a blessed day, and God bless.